All right, I'm gonna do 5 songs. They're all good songs. I was gonna do some other song, and then I was having a blast being on the radio with Robin, the other Robin, Tyler, right? Robin Tyler? Taylor, on WRWO, and it just started me thinking about, and then I was inspired by what was happening with Sue. Was the radio coming through your through your guitar? I like that, and I was inspired by that, and I was thinking about DPCD, and I was thinking about that Christina and Matthew have been calling themselves MMCM, and I was back there thinking about that and how that reminded me of radio station call letters, and as I was thinking about it, I was like, MMCM, that sounds kind of familiar. I'd seen that in the movies, and that's that means 2019, right? Or 20? No, that means 2900. Okay, I was trying to think. They don't teach that anymore in school, the Roman numerals, and obviously I've forgotten it since I was a kid. So wait, what? So 2900. Well, I hope that you're still successful in 2900. But it made me think of this song I wrote this year. I wasn't going to do this song at all, but I'm going to do a bunch of songs that involve women in the songs. And we have, and around Chicago and the suburbs, we have WDCB, which is the really good music station in Chicago. They have all the jazz stations. All the jazz music is on WDCB. It's College of DuPage. And one of our favorite DJs is Lilli Kuzma. And she has a radio show every year. She puts on a live show where she has a bunch of musicians. And I wrote her a song this year. It's called The Holiday Hoot. And we play live. And I wrote this song called Lilli on the Radio. It's because, the radio has been so important to me. I grew up listening to Larry Lujak. Did you guys get him out here when you were kids? WLS, right? WLS went everywhere. And as I got older, Blues Before Sunrise in Chicago turned me on to all the old blues music. And in our town, Victor Parra with the Cuban Mambo Express. That's my favorite radio station. He just retired recently. But this song's about Lilli. It's called Lilli on the Radio, WDCB. So if you hear a reference to that radio station or the Holiday Hoot, that's what I'm talking about. So it's a holiday song, but it turned out to be one of my favorite songs I wrote this year. So I just keep playing it seems like. Get it real good when I get it. There, all right, got it now. It's gonna be so good. All right, that one goes there. That's a little guitar lesson for you. This one goes here. Likes the sound of jingle bells on the radio? Who spells her name with 3 L's? Who likes to run outside and play in snow? I know Lilli. Lilli on the radio. Hey, do you know how the holidays sound on the radio? Hey, do you know how the holidays sound on the radio? Let's spend a while at the left-hand side of the radio dial. Follow me. Holiday, H-O-O-T, on WDCB. Hey, do you know how the holidays sound on the radio? Hey, do you know how the holidays sound on the radio? on the radio. Hey, do you know how the holidays sound? Hey, do you know how the holidays sound? Well, songs fall like rain on every Tuesday's show. I know Lilli, Lilli, Lilli on the radio, Lilli on the radio, Lilli on the radio. All right, that song called Lilli on the radio. All right. Thank you. It's kind of like pancakes, you know. The first one you kind of throw away. So the other ones I'm gonna play so beautifully. The rest of them I'm going to play so beautifully. This song is another song. It's kind of geared toward the celebration of women in particular. It's a song called "Pregnant," and it's a song about being pregnant. And I just wrote this song. I think I started playing the melody. I was fascinated by these kind of jazz melodies that are very similar, and they just have a couple of notes in them, but the chords change around them. And I was playing it, and the words kind of came around. Just pregnant, the word pregnant. I'll say more about it after I play it, but this is how it goes. She's a little extra emotional these days. That's to be expected, it's normal. The doctor says she's pregnant. She considers her condition and says, "Are you kidding me? It seems like science fiction that there's a kid in me. You see, she's pregnant." Girls have always carried babies in their bodies. Still, the very thought seems crazy to her. Oh my God, she's pretty sure the angel said she's pregnant. Growing in her belly is a seed of human history. She's doing pretty well if you consider what it is to be pregnant. Well, what's a girl to do but let nature run its course? Well, she hasn't got a clue what the future has in store now that she's pregnant. This child will walk among us soon enough. Right now, she's just a little tired and emotional because she's pregnant. There you go, a song called "Pregnant." I know. All right. You know, it's funny, I was playing that song. And it occurred to me, I wrote that song for Lilli's show, Lilli on the Radio. I wrote that song. It was another, I just kind of forgot about this, but it was I was just sort of fascinated by the image, and as songwriters, the language is just kind of our playground, and I think as I was writing it, and I heard that word pregnant, it sounds kind of funny when you say it, and I think it's just one of those. Like, it's such a medical term, but it's such a spiritual state of your body. And so it just sounds kind of incongruous, and I think that's the kind of thing I'm always looking for as a songwriter. But I wrote that song, and then that part, it goes, the doctor, it says the angel said she's pregnant, and originally it was the doctor said she's pregnant, and then I was playing it, and my wife Jenny, who's brilliant at this kind of thing and lots of other things, said, if you change that to angel, it's going to become a Christmas song. It's going to become about that pregnancy, which is just such, of course, one of the great stories in all of human history. So that song came from being sort of a medical song into being this beautiful sort of religious song. So anyway, that was a song that was written for Lilli on the radio. And this next song is this is a song that I sometimes, I've never done these two songs together, and it's kind of cool sometimes to do songs together, and they have a different kind of life. And it occurred to me, if I do these songs together, this song might actually be about the same girl that was in that previous song in Pregnant. And this song is about, because I think of it as kind of not women's empowerment, but so much like a little more like just a celebration of womanhood. And my experience is that young women in particular, and I don't know, Tatum's mom might take exception to me telling what young women ought to do or think, but this song, I've found a lot of young women in particular get into trouble because they get really hung up on the idea that they should find one man when they're young and just stay with that man for the rest of their lives, and it just doesn't work out for everybody, that you're going to have one person in your life. And in fact, when you have a lot of different people in your life, you learn so much more, and you get so much from each one of those different people. And then you learn a lot about how to be with when you finally do find that person. You've learned so much from all those losers. So this song is the Greek root poly means many, and this song is about a girl who just has a lot of friends. That's what this song's about. And ironically, her name is Polly. Keeps her lovers on her phone to remember how they sound when she's traveling or home all alone. She records them on a voice memo or her camera. She's got a lot of lovers. She's polyamorous. Polly's not a SLUT just because she hasn't got a policy of exclusivity. Before we say, shame on Polly, shame on us, so she's got a lot of lovers. She's polyamorous. If you believe that Polly doesn't need to tie monogamy with happiness. Good, it's unanimous, cause Polly doesn't buy it. She's unapologetically polyamorous. Gets to live however Polly chooses. One lover pays the bills and another one amuses her. She's not less moral, she's more or less just got a lot of lovers. She's polyamorous. She'll find some dude someday with whom she'll want to tie the knot. From what I know about Polly, it's possible, but probably not. Polly wants a cracker with some caviar, and then she'll go to dim sum with a different gentleman. Well, Polly's not a damsel in distress, she's just got a lot of love. She's polyamorous. There you go, a song called Polyamorous. All right. So I can send Tatum out in the world with that thought, but listen to your mom. Don't listen to Robin Bienemann here from Chicago. It's probably not a good idea. But as I was singing that line, Damsel in Distress, that was one of Sue Fink's big hit songs a few years ago. It made me think of her as well. And, one of my favorite things about that song is that I get to rhyme not with not, not with an N with a K, with not with an N with not with a K. So that's kind of as a songwriter, that's kind of like a little trophy you get to hang up. So this song, so I'm going to do 5 songs here. This is the absolute longest song I've ever written, and it's 5 minutes long, which is long for me. And but it's appropriate that it's long because it takes place over 66 million years. And this is a song that is about the extinction of the dodo bird, which was, you may not know, but it hailed from the island of Mauritius, which is in the Indian Ocean. And, so this is actually a beautiful thing. So our friend Rebecca Hasso, some of you might know her in Chicago, she does every year, she does a show where she invites 8 songwriters to write a song about a species of animal that's either extinct or endangered. And I've done it a couple of years now, and this one I gave myself the assignment of the dodo bird, which is a pretty famous extinct, maybe the most famous extinct animal, and I was writing it. I'm trying to find some, usually when you write a song, you get a lot of ideas and you start narrowing it down and trying to distill it down to like one idea or a few ideas. This went in the opposite direction. I started out with this idea and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And so that's why it's 5 minutes long. 6 minutes now that I'm talking about it so much. But but it occurred to me that the dodo bird, or the birds in general, they're actually dinosaurs, because when the dinosaurs got wiped out, probably by this, meteor that hit the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, what is it, Mexico now, it wiped out the lizards. Eventually wiped out all the lizard dinosaurs, but the bird dinosaurs were fine. In fact, the bird dinosaurs are still with us to this day. So right here for the birds, and but this dodo bird evolved. Didn't have any predators, and it didn't even need to fly. It had these little vestigial wings, and it did just fine until for 66 million years, until these Dutch settlers came to the island of Mauritius and probably ate them to death. And so it occurred to me that this bird was able to survive the whole extinction of the dinosaurs, and I got beat on the head by these Dutch settlers, so it's kind of a shame. So this song is actually about them, but also about the dinosaurs, so it's kind of a sing-along if you catch it. Where, oh where did the dodo go? What did the dodo do to you? Did the dodo go away like the dino? No. Why did the dino die? Well, here's what the dino did not know. The poor dinosaur never saw the meteor before it hit the floor of the Yucatan. Like a bomb, an extinction event, heaven sent and hell bent on making a dent in the lizard population. A complete annihilation of their schools and their businesses, their banks and their farms. Their religion could not save them. The dinosaur nation was gone, except for birds. Yes, the birds. Where the avians found a way to hang on. Yeah, the robins and the ravens lived to sing their favorite songs. Where was that problem solved? Well, lo and behold, the old dodo evolved. Not like a crow, but a far cry, more like a pigeon that didn't need to fly. She was sure not smart and sure not very pretty, so she settled into domesticity. Where, oh where, did the dodo go? What did the dodo do to you? With some millennium, the Indian Ocean. Now if we park our car on Madagascar, Mauritius is just to the east of us, not far. And history teaches us the beaches of Mauritius were covered in the feces of the most auspicious of all lost species. And it's a tropical isle was the dodo domicile. Did their numbers shrink to none? How did they sink into complete oblivion? Unlike the dino, the dodo sunk into the deep Dutch eyes of the agent of her demise. Because it was a hungry Dutchman hit the pigeon with a bludgeon and did the double Dutch with the club upon the dodo's dome. On the beach that was the dodo's home. And then he did another one until the dodo dominion was all done. Where, oh where, did the dodo go? What did the dodo do to you? Where the dodo never lived to see a choo-choo, and the dodo probably never ate a bonbon, but it might have had a maki sushi, because it lived right there by the deep blue sea. See where, oh where, did the dodo go? What did the dodo do to you? To you. What did the dodo do to you? All right, there you go. 5 minutes about the dodo. Thank you. Oh, you're very sweet. I think that's the happiest song about an extinction of an animal that's been written, maybe. I'm shooting for that. So I'm going to do one more song. So my wife, I mentioned my wife, and she is brilliant. She's brilliant at all kinds of things, but she, if you find her on Facebook or Instagram, she is a master haikuer. And by that I mean she writes haikus almost every day. She writes a haiku and she pairs it up with a photograph that she took on her phone. And she made a book out of it. She made a book out of these beautiful haikus. And she's having a songwriting event where she's invited a number of songwriters, some of whom are in this room, to write a song about about one of her haikus, and I'm one of the invitees. And this isn't a song specifically about one of her haikus, but it's about making haikus in general. So it is if you don't know haikus, they're very formal, and they're by syllable. The first line's 5, the second line's 7, the third line is 5, and furthermore, they're especially the way she approaches it, they're little snippets from daily life, and she kind of they're very packed, very dense. Those 13 syllables, 17 syllables, packed with just a lot of emotional content and just a few words there. So that's just stuff that she sees around the house and comes upon in her daily life. So I wrote this song about her, and as like I said, like the language is kind of our playground. So she did something that I enjoy, which is she took a noun and turned it into a verb. So instead of just writing haikus, if you see my wife walking around and she has kind of a blank look on her face and she's doing this with her fingers, it means she's counting syllables because she's got a haiku going on in her head. She goes 5, 7, and this song goes out to my wife Jenny. It's called Hey Haikuer. Hey Haikuer, I'd like to be more like you are. Haikuer, my poetry syllabically has too many. The haikus you produce have fewer. Haikuer, brevity is king. 17 should be plenty. You place each word like a jeweler. Haikuer, mathematically each line is prime. 5, 7, 5 with no rhyme scheme. 17 shish kebab pieces on your table, and you impale them on your skewer. Haikuer, every day a new bouquet of flowers from manure. Haikuer, I don't know how you do it. Have a thought and just haiku it. You must have a haiku IQ. Haikuer, to be Japanese to make one. It's just a recipe for poetry. Well, just don't fill it full of extra syllables. They'll make it longer but not truer. Haikuer, every time you tie your shoe, where you find something to haikuer. I'd like to be more like you are. Haikuer, there you go, a song called Haikuer. Hey, thanks. All right, that's it from me. Again, my name's Robin. I'm from Chicago. Thanks for having me here, Christina, and thanks for everyone paying attention to what I'm doing here, because I enjoy this. And I'm I'm from Chicago, but my parents were from Ottawa, and I spent my whole childhood coming up here, and it's a beautiful town. Coming up to see my grandparents in particular, they're all gone now, but Ottawa's a great place, and let's bring some culture to it. I love it. All right, thanks, Christina.